Hi, I'm Rachel Whitefield, certified life coach, and with me is our personal evolution princess, Jackie Black. Thank you for joining us on another fabulous episode of Whiskey Bent
Spellbound with Black.
and Whitefield.
All right, it's another episode. What are you drinking, Rach?
I am drinking once again Castle and Key Restoration Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. Over here, it is a choose your own adventure on the podcast today. And what are you drinking, Jackie? I know.
I'm on actually my last glass of
Ooh.
my Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey whiskey.
Mm.
I had quite the amount on our last show, but I'm down to my last glass. So I'm just gonna go ahead and have it today.
But I came prepared. It is the last show of May, and it's May the 4th, I'm gonna say Star Wars month. And I have, before I pour my whiskey today, are you ready, Jacqueline?
I'm really ready for these.
I have X-Wings with red glitter from Fancy Sprinkles. Pew pew. Ooh, they're red today because I usually go for like the pinks and the white glitter, but I have got 6 X-Wings ready to go in my whiskey today. Into the glass they go. Let's see what the red does today. I'm very excited.
I have big squares with 24 karat gold fancy sprinkles, well as a mixture of the 24 karat gold and the diamond white.
I will say, and because you like a little whiskey ginger on our Choose Your Own Adventure podcast today, but with the whiskey ginger, like the whiskey, the honey, and with the gold 24 karat gold, it just looks so good in that cup. I can see it now.
It's really pretty. Yeah, I love it. I definitely love a whiskey ginger. It makes it the sipping much easier. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. This is fun.
Are you using a Slytherin glass?
I have a skull with roses on it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I know these are little X-Wings. I only made one mold, so they're melting fast with my room temperature whiskey, but clinkies. Festive on this Memorial Day weekend for sure.
Yes.
For sure. So
R.I.P. to the fallen. Memorial Day.
That is what we are doing.
Pour one out for the homies.
Cheers. In memoriam. That is good. I like drinking. I like a Choose Your Own Adventure podcast today. But also, and not only is it a Choose Your Own Adventure podcast day, it's time for another life coaching session, Jacqueline. It's been about 6 months since our last life coaching session with you. And you thought it was time for another one. So how are you feeling today?
Nervous.
Nervous why?
I'm nervous. I feel like I've succeeded in some of my goals, failed at some of them, but I still feel like I'm on the right path. So I'm excited to hear what your suggestions are and your feedback on what I've done so far.
So anyone who wasn't with us for our January episode for life coaching is not therapy. It is just more forward thinking. So as a certified life coach, I don't mind clients to give me context about their past to kind of put into perspective of why they are the way they are, the things that they do, to give that relational context to the situation. However, life coaching is forward thinking, goal oriented, and how to maybe get out of a rut to move into your next phase of your best self. So Jackie, why don't you refresh our listeners on what you kind of wanted to focus on in January? Do you remember?
I remember I wanted to focus on being more financially responsible as far as like saving money so that I could reach my goals of traveling. I wanted to I feel like there was more as far as like my career.
From what I remember, you really wanted to, as we're, moving into June, we kept talking about December 2024, Jackie. What would December?
Right. I wanted to meet her.
Jackie? Yeah.
Yeah. So December 2024, Jackie, I should have my master's degree by then, if my calculations are correct. I'm well on my way. I still have a 3.76, I think is the last one I checked, GPA. So definitely well on my way to graduating, up at the tippy top, of my class. Like, probably gonna graduate magna cum laude. So I'm really excited about that. Like, I don't really have any doubt in my mind that I'm gonna graduate with cords, with honors. I've been working really hard to make sure that happened, and let me tell you, it's been a lot of crying. Earning a master's degree is a lot of reading and a lot of crying and a lot of writing through those tears.
No doubt.
I never expected it. I thought I was going to be crying from heartbreak. Turns out I'm crying from all the knowledge.
So much work.
So much work.
And for our gold session today, did you want to kind of touch back on those things, or is there something on your mind now that you want to talk about and discuss? The session is yours.
I think it would be really interesting to talk about maybe the next steps, because here's the thing. Like, I feel like I have traveled. Right? I have been saving. I did exactly what we said I should do, which is do an automatic withdrawal from my bank account. Oh my gosh, I lost my breath. Directly into a bank account that I do not have access to. Ladies and gentlemen, I give my money to my little sister, who I have lovingly nicknamed the Green Gots Goblin. Cheers to her.
And cheers.
Because she does not let go of my money without a thorough explanation, and then sometimes she doesn't let it go. She's not happy with that explanation. So I've been doing that. I've gotten a raise since the last time we had the meeting, which I think is awesome. It was 6%, which is I'm pretty sure that's double the annual interest rate that the Fed put forth this year. So that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Got to be able to keep up with the economy. And I have my tickets to go to Europe, which I'm going to leave next week. And I'm going to be there for a month in Europe.
Yeah. So, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like you're crushing it.
I am crushing it. However, now I have incurred some debt.
Okay.
I am still paying off one of my credit cards, and I have incurred debt on another credit card. So now I have two. It's not high, but it is over $1,000. Under 2,000, over 1,000. I feel like I am binging by spending money sometimes. Like, I feel like I have taken it from me, and taken the ability to just go shopping whenever I want. And so when I do go do things, I slap that on a credit card. I slap souvenirs on a credit card. I don't need them. I don't know why I have to buy them. I think it's something with the way, and I'll talk about the way I was raised. My mom and dad used to take us on trips, and we would get a souvenir to remember the trip. Why do I have to buy a fucking souvenir to remember trips? So I got to stop doing that. That's a big goal. But I think, Jackie, 2024 in December, I would really like to meet her with as little debt as possible once all this traveling is done. I do my last trip in September. I haven't bought the plane ticket for that, but I do my last big traveling trip in September, and I would like to not have a ton of debt after that. So I got to figure out what to do there. I'm really happy at my job, so I think that I think it's because of the freedom I get. I don't make a ton of money, but I make enough to live the way I do. I'm very comfortable. I live affordably, but I think I'm a little bit of an ADHD shopaholic, so I got to figure out how to stop doing that.
And so if I hear you correctly, you just want to Because I know you just went on a trip to Universal for a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it in your life or only when you travel, the souvenirs?
I think it's whenever I go outside.
Yeah.
Why does it cost $100 to leave my house?
Right, exactly.
And I live in a cute tourist town. This is another problem. I live in a very cute town that is very touristy. So 1 block away is this cute little tourist trap with all these cute little gift shops with all this cute stuff in it. You just wait and you see.
I know.
You just wait and see, Rachel.
It's gonna
Just
be
wait.
hard.
It's gonna be hard not to buy stuff because everything is cute.
Mhm.
Everything. So that's why I try not to go outside. So I think 2024 Jaki has graduated, still loves her job, working remotely. Maybe has picked up a side hustle to start paying down some of this debt. I think it's going to be something that I'll have to do, especially when I get out of school.
Mhm.
Maybe Uber Eats or something like that. I'm not
Mhm.
really sure. And then just really want to get more financially smart, save a little bit more. I'm not going to stop sending my savings.
Mhm.
So I think that's really helped me. But I really would like to focus on making sure that I am sticking to a budget more strictly.
Yeah.
Without punishing myself.
Yes. Because we know that punishment does not, you catch more flies with honey, it's the
Mhm.
carrot, not the stick, and we're not here to self-hate ourselves. But if I hear you correctly, it's more of kind of focusing on more responsibility for personal finances.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know, as millennials, we want to buy experiences and not things, quote unquote, because that's the economy we live in now. Let's go have an experience of something. But also, it's do you feel you're saving enough for those trips so you can budget those souvenirs in?
Not so I can budget them in. I am only saving enough to go, to get there. And my brain is going, well, you work from home and your salary, so you're going to be getting paychecks while you're there. Just if you're not spending your typical grocery money, slide a couple bucks into that Subi pile. But the thing is why do I need to buy souvenirs everywhere I go? I don't.
How does it make you feel when you do?
It gives me a rush of excitement and then I'm over it because what do they do in my life? It's usually shit. It's usually shit. It's usually tchotchkes. You know what I'm saying? They're never consumables bottles of wine or something like that. It's usually just jewelry box or dumb shit that I don't need genuinely. So this trip to Universal, I did spend quite a bit of money, but it was mostly on food and drinks and stuff because holy fuck,
Yeah.
a drink costs $30. But one thing that I'd like to start doing instead of buying a bunch of shit, is instead maybe order a print of a photo that I took from my little vacations, my little trips. Because that seems more like a conversation starter, a memory piece that I would like to keep rather than the fucking jewelry box on the goddamn side table or the coasters. Who needs that many coasters?
Are you a person that buys the Christmas tree ornament and then you can break it out once a year?
So sometimes I was buying Christmas tree ornaments the entire time I went to Washington D.C. for a couple of days. So I bought a Christmas tree ornament from everywhere I went. This makes no sense. That makes no sense, Rachel. Because I have a black tree. Where am I putting those ornaments?
What would it feel like if you didn't buy them?
Probably this last trip. I didn't buy any souvenirs. I bought the photos from the rides and spent $70 on that.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't even like the physical photos. They were the digital ones. Crazy. Dude, they were $25 a piece.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't
That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just for the digital copy was $25 a piece. I spent money just on food and drinks. And I really didn't have extra money because I brought my daughter with us.
Okay. So this trip, from what I understand, you didn't spend the souvenirs the way you had been.
Right. I'm sad because there was stuff I wanted. Girlfriend, we went to Diagon Alley with Gringotts Bank, which FYI looks just like the movie. I could not understand why people were entering that bank and not reacting the way I was, which was, oh my fucking God.
Gasping.
I was like, I out loud said, oh my fucking God, it looks just like the movie. Wow. Loud. Wow. Eyes popping out of my head. Rage. I loved it. But I wanted to go to they have a store that is in like the dark part that, where all the
Nocturne Alley.
Yeah, Nocturne Alley. They had a store in Nocturne Alley, like off to the side, and they had all the cool Slytherin stuff. And as a Slytherin, Rachel,
I know
you want to go in there and buy everything. They had so much cute. They even had housewares. I know.
I'm sorry. I'm being a really bad life coach right now.
I know. And my sister, the Gringotts Goblin herself, was like, you should treat yourself in here. And I was like, don't stop. And I was like, can we come back tomorrow? I don't want to buy a bunch of shit today and like have it. Like, we're coming back tomorrow. We did end up going back to Diagon Alley. I forced myself to not go back to that store because I was like, I've been spending money on food and drinks. I just can't keep spending money because it's all going on a credit card. Right. And then I'm going to have to pay interest on it, which means that $30 shirt is going to be $50 by the time I pay it off. Like, ridiculous. It sucked.
But okay, so maybe I'm confused about what you're saying here because you're like, I don't want to buy souvenirs. It sounded like you didn't, but you're talking about your debt. So to me, it sounds like the deeper cause of this is like to save more for your trip. So you can, not just for your ticket, not just for your airfare,
I probably should have a stuff budget.
I just
don't think I have it.
What do you mean? Financially?
I don't think I have the ability to save that extra because I've put myself into a place where like I got to pay off these bills now. So I think really what comes down to it is I just don't understand why I need to buy all this stuff. I don't. And like I said, like when I went to Jamaica, I got a jewelry box. I got earrings that I haven't worn. I got like a catch-all tray. I got posters. I didn't need any of that. I went to Puerto Rico. I got a jewelry box. Like, Jesus Christ. Like all these things that say Puerto Rico, all these things that say Jamaica, all these things when I went to Tulum, all these things that say Tulum. I have so many keychains. Why? I didn't need it. If I would have just not, and like, granted, these are countries where these things don't cost that much, but even spending that $50, like, I didn't need it. It's just shit taking up space in my life, cluttering my physical space. I don't need that. My brain is already cluttered enough.
And then if you purge these items, how does that make you feel?
It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all if I got rid of them right now. Because you know what? Like I said, like I have the memories. I don't know what makes me need to get this stuff when I'm there. And how to stop that. I want to be more financially responsible to understand that I don't need that stuff. do a print. Why can't I just print out a beautiful photo that I took from my trip? That's, I think, enough souvenir. I look at it every day. It could be art on the wall. My life is art. It's not all this bullshit.
So it sounds like you really identify what you have another trip coming up. You're going to be gone to England for a whole month. This is really where to literally, quote unquote, put your money where your mouth is.
It really is. It's time to really like buckle down. Like, I do have a budget, like an extra budget, that is coming from subscriptions that I paused for the month. So my food subscription is paused. I'm feeling like that translates to being able to like go to a restaurant once a week kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And like, me and my sister are going to cook. We love to do that together. That's our thing. But like, I know I'm going to be like, I want this tea towel. I want this set. Like, I'm like, Jesus, I want this thing that has a picture of Princess Diana on it. I'm in England, you know, like, I'm going to want to go shopping. I'm going to be near the big shopping centers in London.
Harrods.
Oh God. I want to go to Harrods.
Who doesn't?
Harrods and buy some perfume or something.
Yeah, but again, a perfume is not a tchotchke.
It's not. A perfume would be fine. If I do buy something, I need to really think about it.
Yes, and say, perhaps, an action step could be, does this bring value to my life?
Okay. That's actually listen, if I asked myself that question with some of the shit I bought in the last 3 places I was at, I probably wouldn't have had half of that shit.
Yeah. Does it bring value? Do I love this perfume? Great. I just happen to buy it in England is different than, oh, I don't need another keychain, even if I'm in York, like.
Right. I don't need a keychain that says fucking York on it.
We don't need to say no completely. Again, we're not here to have self-hatred or anything, but it's like, what is a need? What is a want? You need to eat.
Right.
You want the feeling of, oh, I went here and maybe I can prove it now.
Yes. That's a thing. That's a thing. I want things that, like, when people come into my space, they point them out and they're like, oh, that's cute. And I can be like, oh, I got that in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got that in Jamaica.
Yeah, because I saw your TikToks when you were in Universal and you were wearing your espadrilles that you got from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
that's probably my most prized. Like, that was my favorite thing that I got on a vacation was the espadrilles. Those things, $300. I didn't buy them though. $300.
How much value?
They added value, right? Like, I've been wearing them with different outfits. They're kind of perfect. So I want to have like that mindset. I just don't know how to like stop and be aware of what I'm doing and ask myself that. I binge.
Ask yourself what?
Does this bring value into my life when I pick it up? And then how do I not make the excuse like, yes, I definitely need 2 more sets of salt and pepper shakers.
Well, one, you already have salt and pepper shakers,
but not from London, that are shaped like buses.
One's a black cab, one is a red phone booth.
That would be so fun. One's a Victorian mailbox, one's the red phone booth, or like, 2, or it's like the Queen's Guard or King's Guard. I guess they're King's Guards now, right?
Yeah.
King's Guards inside their little hut.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous.
But, keep in mind for the espadrilles, you can wear those out. You can wear those for many different things.
And when people say, oh, I love those, I can be like, I got them in Puerto Rico.
How often are you going to show off your salt and pepper shakers that are in your drawer?
Why do I have so many fucking jewelry boxes? with no jewelry in them. Same idea.
You know, I
Same
think
idea.
from what I'm kind of hearing, it's more of like, if we say what it brings value, it's like, oh, I like this necklace. I can wear it and be like, thank you. I got it in Tulum. Thank you. I got it in when I went to England, you know, because we're always like, oh, girl, that's a cute dress. Thanks. It has pockets. Or like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks. I got it at this. Maybe
Yeah.
your standard is only if I can take it outside.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
So how would it feel to say, does it reach XYZ thing? Can I take it outside? Would I buy it in my normal life? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And do I already have one or more?
Right.
You know?
Right. It's so hard. I'm such a shopper and I have champagne taste and a Bud Light pocketbook. It's real dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you're on a strict budget. And it's like, Jesus, I'm so excited to be able to travel. Like, what? I just don't I wish I could just have a little bit more self-control.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really like, I hate to say it, but like the American capitalist society constantly brainwashes us that we need all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And we really don't need all of these things. Because really, genuinely, you said it before, we're trying to buy experiences. Those experiences are worth so much more. They hold so much more value to my life than buying the things.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I remember I got through Tulum, I'm not even joking, not buying anything. I didn't buy anything until my last couple of hours in Tulum.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even need it. I just felt like the whole time I was like, I don't need to buy anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to. And then I was getting ready and I was like, I didn't get my magnet. I didn't get my keychain. I did. Seriously? Seriously?
Yeah.
And it's not even like when I move into, like, I'm going to buy, one of the reasons why I want to be more financially responsible when it comes to being able to travel is because I still do have the goal of buying a house again. And I know I'll be able to. I know I could get pre-qualified right now, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to deal with a mountain of debt before I try to go and do that.
And are your
By using my credit card.
tchotchkes keeping you from your home?
I'm afraid they'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's the point. Like, I don't really need to buy all of this shit. That's why I was like, maybe I just buy the little canvases of photos that I take from the places I go.
Something that I do is like, okay, so you were in Nocturne Alley and they had that Slytherin store and you were like, oh yeah, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to Disneyland later this year. So this is what I do. We go to downtown Disney the first day. We don't buy anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, one, you knew you were going to go back. But two, it's like, can I not stop thinking about that thing?
Right.
Versus it's in the moment versus is that a passive purchase or is this an active purchase?
Right.
You know,
that's actually something that I have done on multiple occasions. Like, you know, when you go to a store, okay, I'll give you an example. One time I went to TJ Maxx and they had this beautiful Calvin Klein dress. And it was like, it looked like Dorothy's blue checked Wizard of Oz dress.
mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her gingham dress. Except for it's A-line. It's like 50s style A-line with pockets. Calvin Klein. It's a beautiful dress. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it my style? No. I've worn it twice. Anyways, yes, I did end up getting it, but I saw it. I left it. I saw it 1 month later. I tried it on. I was like, fuck, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I left it. Couldn't stop thinking about it. Went back the next week. It was still there. I was like, okay, I have to get it now. She was waiting for it. Yes. Same thing happened with my peacock chair. I passed it. I said, if that's there, the next time, I know the way you're looking at me, like, how could you leave a peacock chair?
Dying for
I know,
Sorry.
but I didn't have a truck.
Yeah.
That was the major thing. I didn't have a way to get it home. I could have found a way, but I said to myself, like, if that's still there, the next time I come back, I'm going to buy that chair, period. I don't care. I'll figure out how to get it back, get it. Because that means that chair was for me. And I remember saying it out loud. 2 months later, that chair was still there. And I just happened to have a truck. So I got it. When I went back to Nocturne Alley, I couldn't tell you what I saw in that store. Right now, I could not tell you what I saw in that store that I wanted.
That you just had to have.
But I had to have all of it. I wanted all of it. Like, I was just looking at price tags. Like, what can I afford? What can I afford? What can I afford? But
it's not even what you wanted. It's just what.
No, dude. No, Rachel. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about. What can I afford to buy right now? When I went back the next day, I couldn't remember anything that I liked that I had to have. So I didn't even go back. I was like, I can't remember what I wanted to buy. I don't want to go back into that store because I'll convince myself to buy something else. So that's what I mean. I don't want to get like that when I'm over in Europe. I want to be present for the experiences. I want to do things with my sister. I want to experience Europe. I'm so excited to experience, and even if it's European culture, even if it is like the seat of whiteness, like it's another world for us Americans. It really is. It's a different place. We are our own culture. I'm excited to go experience Scotland and England and eventually Norway so that I can see how other people live, how they eat. Why the fuck do I need a goddamn magnet every time I go somewhere?
So what are your action steps that you would say I could be successful and not come back from this trip with more financial anxiety? Because it's a little now, it's not out of hand. Right. How do you keep it little and not? What works for you? What do you think would work for you in this situation?
Honestly, I don't really know, because like the thing is that I find myself doing it in the moment. I don't know how to catch myself. Or like, what do I do? What is your suggestion if I'm going through the store going, what can I afford? That's my major question. How do you just stop? How do I stop myself from being in that mindset? And when I get into that mindset, what should I say to myself so that I'm like, no, this isn't a part of this isn't experience. This is stuff. Like,
so you're asking my advice right now.
Yeah, I am.
Because it's a life coach is what works best for you. So let me put that on pause for just a second.
Okay.
Give your credit card to your Gringotts Goblin sister.
Holy shit. I never even really thought about that. Oh my God, I didn't even really think about that. That's a genius idea. That is a genius idea. And then I give her the parameters of when she's allowed to give it to me to use.
Yeah, maybe
as far as like
not a tchotchke, it can be a high value item like a nice small perfume from Harrods, say.
Right.
And every time you put it on, you're like, I got this in London. This was my experience. I think about this every time I wear this scent. I'm going to think about it every time I wear this scent, kind of thing. But if you're going to be with her a lot and she's very financially responsible, yeah, why not just give her your credit card? Or say, hey, you buy the meal and I have to pay you back cash when I get home out of the money that I've saved already.
That's not a bad idea. These are both really good suggestions, actually, that I didn't think about. Because she really is like, no. Yeah. But here's the thing. It can get a little dangerous too, because you're on the exact opposite of the spectrum. she is also the sister where if she's like, okay, there's value in this, but it's a little expensive. You won't regret it, but you might regret spending that amount, but also you won't regret the experience and having whatever it is. You know, she does that calculation in her head, and then she says the words, treat yourself.
Find other goods. Treat yourself.
Yeah. Treat yourself, Jackie. And like, sometimes, like, I texted her the other day, I was looking at luggage, and I was saying, like, I think I probably need like a good set of luggage, since I've decided that I'm going to start traveling, using all my money to travel. I should get the nice luggage, right? Like the good ones that's going to last.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, these are the ones I want. The set, Rachel, I know this. It's $1,000 for 6 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So cute though. They're rose gold.
I know.
They're beautiful. They're so organized. They come with like the packing cubes already and like a USB.
They look like steamer trunks. Like,
oh my God, they're beautiful.
I know the ones. Okay.
She said, treat yourself. And I was like, oh. And she was like, no, but really, like, you should have a nice set of luggage. So it's like
well, one, let me just say, traveling is always, it's not like you're going to get to December 2024 and you can't ever travel again.
Right.
You're still going to reach December 2024, Jackie, but you didn't say in your parameters of her, she has a matching set of steamer trunk luggage.
I didn't, but she should, because she's fabulous.
Yeah, but maybe that's 2025, Jackie.
It could be, honestly, because like when I finish my master's degree, there's going to be degrees. Actually, let me put that out into the universe. When I finish, that's going to get me a higher paying position, really, genuinely. And I will want to travel more when I make a little bit more money, right? I'm going to want to go more places. The Band-Aid's been ripped off. I'm addicted. I've told you multiple times, I want to sublet my apartment for 3 months and go live in Europe and go find somewhere else to live, go live overseas. I have the ability to do it. So it wouldn't surprise me if 2025 Jackie has the matching steamer trunks.
Okay. We can put that on her in 2025.
Okay.
And again, it's not no, it's just not yet.
It's not no. It's just not right now.
Mm-hmm.
I love that phrase.
So
yeah, I know.
Okay. So we have options. Give your credit card to your sister.
That's actually probably the smartest thing. And I might just do that as soon as I get off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Here they are. Because I don't need them. I don't need to be whipping those things out every time I feel like I need something.
Honestly,
I really don't.
I'm gonna die.
I'm not. Why do I have to whip them out every time? You know what I should do? I love Louis Vuitton.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I should just pick something out to pick out from the London store. And then that's my entire souvenir from my trip. It doesn't even have to be something big. I can get a wallet. I don't have a wallet.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's not that you're not allowing yourself to buy souvenirs. It's just more of what is your budget for your souvenirs.
Right. And I think it also has to have value.
Yeah. And if you say I have $1,000, you can buy $1,000 worth of tchotchkes. Or you could buy your purse from the London flagship Louis store. Make a choice, but I assure you, you're not going to come home with a bunch of tchotchkes and just be like, I guess,
No, yeah.
You're not going to come home with a bag and be like, I wish I would have got tchotchkes.
No, I would never. If I came home, that's the thing is like when I came home from Puerto Rico, I was so excited about those shoes. Would I have liked to go to the flagship in Puerto Rico? Yes. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. And the shoes were, I think, just as valuable of an experience. Yes. Because it was like made by like local artisans, like things like that. It does hold value. Whereas all the fucking bullshit that I brought home from Jamaica, no value. None.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about any of it. I could throw it all away today. All the fucking bullshit that I bought from Mexico, I don't have no value.
Mm-hmm.
No, except for the Latisse that I got from the pharmacia.
Yeah. And then when you toss it to cleanse, you're like, I'm just literally throwing away money.
Yes.
Yeah.
But would I ever toss a Louis Vuitton?
No. Because I think you just have to, or an action step could be just be like, does it bring value to my life? Does this get me closer to 2024 Jackie of who she wants to be? How would she spend her money?
Yeah, we've talked about that actually, because I do want to be professionally successful to the point where I'm only buying high-end luxury items for myself. Like, not fast fashion. We've talked multiple times how I don't like fast fashion. I like buying the more expensive things because they last longer, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I love thrifting because I love upcycling, but I prefer to go, like, if I'm going to buy a new outfit, I prefer to go to a like Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom and buy less for a little bit more, because it's better quality. It's not going to fall apart really quickly. It's not fast fashion made in a sweatshop.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've said multiple times, like, that's the person I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that definitely is something that would get me closer to being that, and like living in that energy, I think will help me get there.
Mm-hmm.
So
how are you feeling about your goal?
Honestly, I feel like much more confident. I think that idea of giving my credit card over to Alexa, to Green God's Goblin, is like a much more doable suggestion than what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just gonna try to not buy anything, take my cards with me, blah blah blah, but just try not to, and just like really stamp it down. But like, I have some money in there that is spent for souvenirs and things like that, and I don't really need a bunch of shit. I don't want to bring home shit that I'm just gonna throw away.
Mm-hmm.
So why not find the one like thing that every time I look at it, every time I pull it out, every time I use it, like, I love using my bag that I got in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
from the Louis store. And every time I use it, I got this in New York City. Every time I use my Louis bag from Hawaii, I got this in Hawaii. They were investments. They don't lose their value.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They keep their value. So it feels like more, they mean more to me. I take better care of them. I love them. I love on them. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a much better suggestion than trying to just abstain.
Yeah, because we know, like, whether it's sexual anorexia or anything, it's just like you're gonna hate yourself because you're like, I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything. But you're like, no, you have the freedom to be like, does this bring value? With
Right.
the exception, I swear to God, Jacqueline, you have the opportunity to go to a very important concert at Wembley when you're there.
A very one. I will be getting a t-shirt or two at
I
this said concert.
I hope you do.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God.
With the exception of this very sold out concert,
Yes.
that she's doing 8 days in Wembley. We know what's happening. So, but again, you have it in your mind, you have your number budget, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. I just need to just realize and my mom is very much an influence in the tchotchke buying. Really,
she can buy
genuine.
you a tchotchke.
Her tchotchkes is magnets and fucking keychains. Magnets and fucking keychains, necklaces and earrings.
Well, do
Like,
you
I
want to
don't
be
need
your
all that
mom?
shit.
Or do you
No.
want to be Jackie 2024?
I want to be Jackie 2024. Jackie December 2020. 42-year-old Jackie in 2025. Successful, has traveled, has, has it got her budget under control. Buys, like the higher end. Like, that's the level I'm trying to be at. I'm already her in my soul. I just got to like get through the mud. You know what I'm saying? To get there. It's tough though, dude. I'm just gonna give my credit card to Green Gods Goblin. That's it. You hear that?
Do you feel good about your action steps on our session today?
I think so. Actually, I think so. You gave me a really, really good suggestion last time. It turned into me being able to visit. How many countries have I seen now?
3 on your way to 4 out of 5 this year.
6 because I'm going to Scotland.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll have at the beginning of the year 0. At the end of the year, 6 countries.
Mm-hmm.
So, and 3 of them are from
Iceland. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying 4 trips,
Yeah. But I think I can do more. But I got to get this part of it under control.
Mm-hmm.
So that when I am making more money,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting myself in trouble with this fucking behavior. That's the big thing.
You know what I'm doing for my own personal financial trip budget?
Yes.
Is for planning for Disney. So, and I swim a lot. So I pay myself, what is that, $1 for every 100 yards I swim. So when I swim 5,000 yards, I put $50 into my spending account. If I swim 3,000 yards, I put $30 in my spending account.
It sounds like you're losing money for torture. I understand that the money is going towards you.
I was like,
swimming sounds awful. I know. You're so good at it though.
But every time you're like, I walked a mile on my hot girl walk, that's $10 into my spending account.
Yeah. And it's not a lot at a time. It's like doable actually. Yeah. So it is something that I should be doing. You're right.
Because if I took it out of my savings account, I'll be like, oh, I'm down a lot of my savings account. But I earmarked that for a trip and for spending money and, for shopping, kind of thing. So like my savings will always be the same. And now I have this spending account that now I can dictate how I want to put money in there,
Yeah. So that's a really good idea too. I like that.
I actually enjoy swimming and shopping. I'm not torturing myself so I can go do the other thing.
I know, but
I'm rewarding myself in the future for workouts.
If somebody told me to swim the way you swim, I would say no.
No.
I would say no. But
I'd rather die.
Yeah, I would.
But, I'm saying find something that works for the way you think and work and live your life. That's yeah. Really, that's really good advice. So how do you feel coming away from our session today?
I think I can do it. I feel more confident, to be honest. Like I felt really confident coming away from the last one. I think this one is such a good follow-up because I really needed this check-in as far as like, what the fuck do I do about this issue? Because I sort of I felt like I was running into it when I was in Orlando. Like wanting to buy things. And like at the end of it, I felt like proud of myself that I didn't overspend. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I felt like this sense of is it like FOMO or maybe like I should have got something, I should have got this, I should have got that. Regret, maybe like
let me
like instead of shopper's remorse, maybe I had shopper's regret because when am I going back to Diagon Alley? So I was saying that, but I'm literally going to Diagon Alley in England and Scotland, like the 2 places that the books are based off of. Like I have this argument in my head, like I should have went and bought something.
Here's the thing, Jacqueline. So like a former roommate, he went to Universal and he was like, oh, I didn't get this little sling black backpack Gryffindor and I wish I would have. And you know what I did? I went on Universal Shop, whatever their thing is, and I bought it online.
You know what?
And I didn't go there. He had like, oh, I should have and I didn't. And then I got that gift for him online. So if you really truly want it, if there's something I really truly want, I didn't get at Disneyland, I can get it from DisneyShop.com. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Some things aren't on there though. Just
true. FYI. However, high value items most likely
typically are. Like some of those housewares, the Slytherin house. Rachel, Slytherin themed housewares.
I have a set of Harry Potter pancake molds and spatulas.
I love. They
Yeah.
had bar sets, Slytherin themed. They had a tea set, Slytherin themed. They had literally all the house tea towels. I know your face. And I didn't buy a single thing.
I'm very, very proud of you.
Yes, dude, I feel guilty still. Like, I feel like I wish I got this, like I wish I got something. But would I use it? Is my biggest, I keep saying to myself, would you use any of that shit, Jackie?
Mm-hmm.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. So just stop regretting it, because like I said, like, I'm going to the real Diagon Alley. My sister lives 10 minutes walking distance, Rachel, from the Shambles, which is Diagon Alley in real life. I don't need all that shit. I'm going to the real place.
Yeah. And then she'll have your credit card, so you can't.
And then I won't be able to buy anything.
You'll be fine. Plus, you're there for a month, so you can truly evaluate what you can and cannot live
what
with.
I need, what I want to buy, all of that stuff.
Versus, Universal, it's like, it's going to be quick and I better get it while we're here. You don't have time to let your dopamine, like your receptors,
drop,
like, chill out.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But I think that's such a good idea. Again, still really excited to meet December 2024 Jackie. She's been so many different places. She's experienced different things. I think 2024 Jackie is looking more December is looking more seriously into staying overseas for longer periods of time. That's what I think. I think I'm going to have to get used to working overnight, to be honest. Yeah. Because every place I want to go is evening hours for me and my job. Which is okay. Like, I'm fine with that. But I think that she's traveled and now she's addicted
to the travel, to the tchotchkes.
To the travel. Yes. I want to be addicted to the experiences. I want to be addicted to trying cultural foods in their home places. I want to eat Italian food in Italy, Greek food in Greece. And in both of those places, they just call it food. I want to be like that. I don't want a fucking jewelry box and a goddamn magnet everywhere I fucking go, Mom.
But a jewelry box with no jewelry in it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're literally sitting out here with no jewelries. No jewelries. I'm not even joking. Wow. 2 of them. One says Jamaica. One says Puerto Rico. I didn't need either of them shits. I did get this cute ring from Mexico. Which I think is probably.
Does it bring value to your life?
This, yes. Right? It's sterling silver. It's beautiful. It's the Aztec calendar. Right? Beautiful. This is probably the only thing I actually needed in that goddamn country to buy. But did I come home with a goddamn keychain and a magnet and some pencils with sombreros? Yes, Rachel, I did.
Well, now we know what the goal for England is.
We're never doing that again. England is things that bring value and value only, which is experiences and possibly a man wearing a kilt.
One step at a time, Jacqueline. That's for our next session.
I know, right?
Well, thank you, Jackie. That was excellent whiskey bent portion of the podcast. I see you shuffling those cards for spellbounding. Are you ready? I feel this reading is for you today.
It probably is. It probably is. I feel like I've been putting a lot of energy into shuffling these cards. I really want Spirit to tell me like anything, because I feel like I need some guidance in my life. Like lately, I feel like I've been hitting, I don't know, the listeners probably think that I am still dating somebody. I'm so the opposite of dating people, to the point where I have been celibate for over 2 months. 2 months? Has it been 2 since I got back?
Maybe, yeah. From men.
Yes, it has. It actually has been over 2 months. I have been celibate for 2 months.
Congratulations.
And I'm not really finding any need to continue dating, but I find myself like wondering, like, what do I do? So I would like to have some guidance on that. And then I would also like some guidance on like how to approach this upcoming experience.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, we could put it on the board for next sessions. I love life coaching.
I know. Well, you're really freaking good at it. If you guys want life coaching by Rachel, you really need to get into our inbox.
Yes,
for real. How can we contact you, Rachel?
Yes, for life coaching, you can contact the podcast at checkthisout@blackandwhitefield.com, or you can reach out to me directly at Rachel, Rachael at whitefieldcreative.com. So that is how you can get in touch for getting on my schedule for life coaching. So are you ready for the spellbound portion, Jacqueline?
No, I'm not, because the very first card is the freaking hanged man. The hanged man. As soon as I saw this motherfucker, as soon as I saw him.
Okay.
Do you know what the hanged man means, Rachel?
No, I'm here with you.
Letting shit go.
I'm sorry. Oh, Spirit's calling you out today.
Means let it go, Jackie. Release that shit. Time to make some sacrifices. Time to make some sacrifices. So.
Because you can sacrifice right now to not get tchotchkes, or you can make sacrifices in your future and pick up a second job. Which one you want to do?
Exactly. Because here's the thing. The second one is the upside down 7 of Pentacles, which means you're just full of distractions and you're getting no rewards from those distractions.
Your face on this reading.
I'm so mad. I'm genuinely, whenever a reading is like this, I'm like, Grandma, stop. Like, I'm sweating. Spirit is so loud sometimes to me. I genuinely feel like it's my grandmother Ruby. My grandmother Ruby was such a strong Mexican Chicana woman, Native American Mexican. She was such a like standing on her business at all fucking times. And she would just tell you like it was, with no apologies, very like upfront and in your face, and like it was her way or the highway most of the time. And so like I never got to really know her because I was 4.5, almost 5 when she passed away. But I've always felt like this presence, and I knew that when she was, especially when I get cards like the fucking hangman and an upside down pentacles in reverse, that I'm getting yelled at.
She knows you know better, Jacqueline.
She literally is like, you need to knock it the fuck off, Jacqueline Denise.
Because like Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy Onassis, she's pulling exactly. Because here's the thing, as a life coach and your friend, I'm like, I'm never gonna just like take you to school. I might take you to church. Right. I'm not gonna take you to school on it, you know?
Right. So,
well, we need answers.
The lesson is that I need some willpower, which is what literally the Ace of Wands means.
Stop being a fool. Let it go.
Let it the fuck go. You keep getting distracted by fucking bullshit. You need to have some willpower, Jackie. Have a little bit of willpower. Holy shit. Anyways, the Ace of Wands is like it's like the first step into like creating something. So, right, I need to really just get my shit together and have a little bit of willpower, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to live the life that I want to live. I need to let go of the distractions, i.e. because I'm celibate now, right? Like, I'm just like wondering what's going to happen. I need to let go of the distraction of men, the distraction of like buying things to fill this space that I feel like I've lost. And I just need to have, I'm so annoyed by this reading. She really just like a spirit just really just told me all the way, just read me for filth. For filth.
Oh, Jackie. Well, on that note, I think Jackie needs to repour herself a drink.
I do. I'm gonna go get
The
a
spirits. The spirits lead
Okay.
the way today. I'm like, oh, this is your least favorite reading. This is my favorite reading so far.
No. I love it when spirit comes through so clearly, though, because I sound very self-aware.
Yeah.
I sound very self-aware. It's just that I have no fucking willpower.
And that's what it says that you do.
Spirit is like, you actually need a little bit of that. If you could get it together and stop letting shit fucking distract you. Have a little bit of willpower. Let it the fuck go. You don't need any of that bullshit. It's all fucking distractions. Have a little bit of willpower, including men. Like, I feel like my grandmother would absolutely be like, you don't need any of these motherfuckers. Why are you so focused on that when you're achieving so many exciting things? You know?
Well, yes.
Well,
Spirit was loud today. I'm glad you were listening.
I'm listening. I'm aware. I'm self-aware. It's the problem is that like I don't like to listen. It's uncomfy.
Leveling up, it gets uncomfy sometimes, Jacqueline.
It does.
It does. That's how you know it's working.
That's how, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
You're not wrong.
Well, on that note, join us over. Jackie, we're going to go over to Patreon right now.
Oh my God. I am so excited for Patreon today. She's about to tell me some cheese, man.
We are
going to live react
to a very fantastic Tony's Chunkless Cheese May story. Someone may have been getting scammed. So I'm going to tell you the story over on Patreon. Please join us over there at Whiskey Bent and Spellbound on Patreon. You can follow us on all social medias, whiskey-bent.spellbound. And if you would like to leave us a review on the podcast, we would love it. And you can always email us at checkthis@blackandwhitefield.com. So until next time, Jackie, Clinkies.
Love you. Bye.